It's the Don McKay Show here on RadioOnFire.com. Thank you for joining me. Of course, broadcasting from the Radio on Fire studios here in Baltimore, Maryland. And so much that's on my desk. I have been on vacation. So several things have missed the show. You know what I mean? Because I've been on vacation. As far as the Don McKay Show goes. So Popeyes is still riding the wave, the incredible wave of its chicken sandwich. That whole internet thing that led to actual sales. Years ago, I guess maybe 2011-ish. Maybe even as far back as 2010, definitely in 2009, people were complaining about, if you look at Twitter and Facebook, you more so saw it on Twitter. People were posting what they were eating, different thoughts on food and clothing and things like that. And some people that did not have the foresight or the vision to understand the potential of the internet, they made fun of this. Why is people posting what they're eating and da 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 da? And they did not see that the internet could lead to actual sales. They didn't understand that. Now we are in full swing, and Popeyes was the beneficiary of the latest internet craze. So the CEO of Popeyes said that they made a mistake with the chicken sandwich. He said, and he's the CEO of Restaurant Brands International, which actually owns Popeyes. He said that the company planned for the national rollout of their chicken sandwich, but did not anticipate that they would break the internet and sell out so quickly. So this whole thing started in early August when Popeyes partnered with Sweet Dixie Kitchen, a Southern California restaurant that famously got busted selling the chain's chicken sandwich during brunch on an exclusive early launch of the sandwich. So that really got the buzz going. But what really kicked things into overdrive mid-August, maybe like August 19th, a marketing executive for Popeyes got a WhatsApp message from a colleague. And that morning, one of Popeyes' fast food rivals, Chick-fil-A, had tweeted what appeared to be a thinly veiled critique of Popeyes' new fried chicken sandwich, and had started offering their thoughts on it. So the chicken sandwich had just gone to market, and they had just did their launch of it, and Chick-fil-A was basically tearing it down, comparing the sandwiches. And so this guy, this marketing executive for Popeyes, then got together a group of his fellow co-workers on the 5th floor of the Popeyes headquarters, which is in Miami, and they started brainstorming. And before long, the team settled on what seemed like the perfect response, which was "y'all good," right? So they're meeting and they're figuring out responses to tweets, and then they go back and forth and they tweet, and so it was 15 minutes of putting out that tweet, and that triggered the whole thing. So the internet, Twitter more specifically, and WhatsApp, I guess, sparking things to bringing it to their attention, got this whole thing moving. And from there, it just set off a barnstorm. I'm going to get to that in a moment. I'm looking forward to being a part of a panel at the Media Life Brunch, which goes down this Saturday, September the 7th, 2019, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. and it's going to be hosted by JS1, the supplier of VVC Radio, also moderated by the hip hop Cleopatra, who is Brittany Nicole. So at the Nora Restaurant, 5716 York Road here in Baltimore, there is going to be a panel discussion. Now this is media folk, right? So you got Prophet from Prophet Productions, Tierra Lanice from DTLR Radio, Conan from 92Q, Phil from 1500 Radio, and yours truly, Diamond K from Radio on Fire. We're going to have a panel discussion, as I said, moderated by the Hip Hop Cleopatra. Everybody come out. Tickets on sale now. You can get them on Eventbrite. And this is the Media Life Brunch, which is, as I said, going down Saturday, September the 7th, 2019 at the Nora Restaurant here in Baltimore. So the tweets that set off the chicken sandwich wars, this social media debate, captivated the internet for at least a week and a half. Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. Other fast food brands tried to jump in on Twitter, arguing about the sandwich that tasted the best, and the memes, and customers taking pictures, and employees had to work overtime and all that. And eventually they sold out of the sandwich, right? The chain's supply dwindled, okay? Behind the scenes in Miami, they didn't have any more chicken, okay? This is the success of the sandwich was, ultimately, I guess it was a headache. You know, it's nothing worse than having the demand but not having the chicken to sell. Popeyes announced earlier this week, Tuesday to be exact, that they had exhausted their chicken sandwich inventory. And the stores had to stop offering the sandwich. It was $3.99, $4. Popeyes has not revealed how many sandwiches it sold over this week and a half. But they said that they aggressively forecasted the demand and thought that they wouldn't have any problems at all, at least until the end of September. But they sold all of that. And 2 weeks by, and they were out of product on a national level. So here's my thing. I wanted to run all this stuff down because many people are complaining. They're upset about Popeye's sales and the fury that was put together. Why? Instead of being upset with Popeyes, a lot of businesses, small businesses as well, need to learn from that how to use the internet. Now they'll say, and I've seen people post up say, "Oh my God, why are you supporting them? There's a whole bunch of people that got a better chicken sandwich and blah 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 blah." They created the demand for this. They put together the launch of the sandwich, and they were able to quickly pivot and react to Chick-fil-A's thoughts on the chicken sandwich, and then they used the internet to their advantage. They did not do what I think and try to shame people into supporting them or beg people to support them. They created something that was fun, which was a chicken sandwich challenge versus the reigning champion, I think, which is Chick-fil-A, their sandwich. And that's how it started. But people need to creatively use the internet instead of complaining when other people use social media correctly in a way to foster sales. So instead of complaining, learn something from Popeyes. My goodness. You know, I just get so sick of people complaining and whining and crying. That's my thoughts on that. Of course, just tuning in, your man Diamond K in here, radioonfire.com. Of course, if you're missing the episodes of the show, radioonfire.com/Diamond K is where you go. And we're coming out of Baltimore. The Radio on Fire newsroom here in Baltimore, Maryland. And as I said, couple of other topics that I want to touch on. This is, with me being on vacation and missing a lot of things, I definitely wanted to touch on R. Kelly reportedly pleading with judge to get out of solitary confinement. Court documents have surfaced, and they note that R. Kelly has been in solitary confinement. We've talked about that. And his team has been asking that the singer be placed in an area that is less restrictive after the prison claims that he was in solitary confinement because of safety issues. Now, his lawyer spoke on behalf of R. Kelly in a motion, saying instead of placing Kelly on one of several floors that is available as an alternative to general population, the BOP has placed Kelly where inmates go to be punished, and on the facility's most restrictive floors. There are zero privileges. In essence, even though he has not violated a single rule, Mr. Kelly is being unconstitutionally punished and segregated from the rest of the prison population. Based on what he's there for, that might be a better idea. But his attorney concluded by saying, additionally, that the BOP's promise to continue to check on Mr. Kelly's status to see if anything changes as to his solitary segregation is utterly nonsensical. The conduct he is charged with will remain uncharged, as his celebrity status is, it's interesting that they're trying to paint him as a victim. I don't know if he wants to go in general pop. I don't know. I mean, of course, I'm sure that solitary confinement is not comfortable, but jail is not going to be comfortable for him. It's not. And nor do we expect it to be comfortable for him. But nonetheless, his attorney is trying to drum up some support for him. I just don't know how much support R. Kelly is going to get, and whether he even deserves any. That is unbeknownst to me. Very unfortunate for the one-time great R&B singer. Now he's just disgraced and very sad. Last thing I want to touch on is the FBI has said that 2 cameras outside Jeffrey Epstein's cell malfunctioned. No surprise there. We've talked about all of the controversy surrounding Epstein and that whole thing. And as things continue to unfold and become available, I don't know how ugly this is going to be, but something fishy happened with Jeffrey Epstein. Just mysteriously, this guy commits suicide. And no one's shedding tears over the loss of life of Epstein from the standpoint of that. It's more so about these young women getting their day in court, because the Florida case for Jeffrey Epstein was severely mishandled, and that's how we even got to this situation in the first place, because of the way that it was handled. And so now you have Jeffrey Epstein, the camera malfunctioning, and as it continues to go on, you can kind of tell where this is going. Everyone saw this for what it was, and that is a conspiracy nonetheless. But we're going to continue after this. Beauty and the Beast Masquerade Gala, which is presented by Women at a Stand, Who is Women at a Stand? They will be joining Creative Artists Unite Network to host their first Masquerade Gala. It's a fundraising event to bring community awareness and celebrate thrivers of domestic violence. This year's Masquerade theme will be Beauty and the Beast, unmasking your fears. The event will be held Saturday, October the 26th, 2019 at the Function Co-working Community located at 4709 Harford Road in Baltimore, Maryland, 21214. This gala will have keynote speakers, a delicious dinner buffet, open bar, live music, a silent auction, 50-50 raffle, vendors, and they will be honoring amazing women. The attire for this event is black tie and a mask is required. Your $75 donation will help Women at a Stand raise money so they can continue to provide hotel, food, transportation, and many emergency services to victims of domestic violence. I will be on the set spinning music at this this wonderful event. As I said, it goes down at the Function Co-working Community, 4709 Harford Road in Baltimore, Saturday, October 26, 2019, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And you can get tickets right now on eventbrite.com. As I said, it is the Beauty and the Beast Masquerade Gala hosted by Women at a Stand. Diamond K will be on the set playing the music. So as I said, the particulars around the Jeffrey Epstein case continues to get more bizarre. Now, two cameras that were positioned outside of the cell of Epstein reportedly malfunctioned. How do you have two cameras malfunction? Cameras were sent to an FBI crime lab in Quantico, Virginia, where they were further analyzed. And the Post has reported that earlier this week that the footage from one of the cameras was deemed unusable, while the other had footage that was found to be usable. Just it's really strange, really strange things going on. Of course, now RadioOnFire.com, we are the fastest growing source for urban news on the internet, posting stories 24 hours a day. Stories are constantly being uploaded to RadioOnFire.com. Of course, you can see podcast shows, advertisements, all kinds of stuff. RadioOnFire.com. You become a VIP member, premium subscriber. RadioOnFire.com/join. And I will be back tomorrow with more stuff that things get off my chest. We are also watching a storm that is approaching, and it things have taken a turn. The storm literally, there's no way of predicting. I mean, they thought it was going one way, it spins around, it does something else and goes another way. Really difficult to try to figure out where this storm is going, but it appears that storm is going to touch down sometime between Monday night and Tuesday morning. Hurricane Dorian. So we're gonna be talking more about that tomorrow. Hurricane Dorian, and a very fierce storm that they're predicting, Category 4 storm. So we definitely have thoughts and prayers for any people that are in the line of sight of this horrific storm that is approaching. Man, Diamond K at the Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. As I said, programming here, live programming, RadioOnFire.com, 7 days a week. So you can tune in there on our various social media channels, at Radio on Fire, at the Diamond K Show. Any information that you need to get to me, DJ Diamond K at gmail.com, booking info and all that good stuff. I will see you guys tomorrow.